doesn't sound like chaotic neutral, crucible knights, or lawful neutral. They want to be good, but they all tend to be crazy at times. Most of my clanmates scattered to towns around the Deerwood and probably live on crusts of bread. He looks at his embroidered robes with disgust. Restoring this medallion to the ruins would earn us the gods' forgiveness. The Shattering Spear could go home. This is all rather fascinating. A single medallion to earn the gods' favor, and so return home. It rather reminds me of, a story I heard somewhere. Tell me about Cyril. She's a courtesan at the Salty Mast over in Undra's Gift. She wasn't born too much, but she's done what she has in order to escape that. He gazes at a string of ember beads around his wrists. She's a good friend. He folds his arm in his trailing, wrinkled sleeves. Without her, I'd probably be living hand to mouth like the rest of the Shattering Spear. But this isn't about her or me. It's about the 40 people in my clan and the way of life we've held to for generations. Seems like you've done well for yourself. He clenches his heavily adorned hands. It was this or scrape by in the gutters like the rest of my clan. But I'd give it all for that medallion. I offered to, but it's worth more than anything I've got, and Cyril knows it. I still don't understand why you can't take your money and return to Air Glenfath. He sighs, arcing his neatly plucked eyebrows. Of course I could, but that's not the point. A community isn't a place, it's a connection to history and meaning. He makes circles with his wrists, like an anchor, defending the ruins for the gods gave us a purpose. Without that, we're adrift. Does this make any sense to you? We're duty-bound to be wardens of the builders. We do not put relics and riches on a scale of weight one versus the other. Abandoning the search for that medallion is abandoning his way of life. Yes. He smiles and nods slowly. Then you know what it's like, how to care for something you can't explain. I'll see about getting the medallion from Cyril. You'll find her at the Salty Mast. The only way anyone sees her these days is by paying, so you'll have to go through Maya. He fidgets with his sleeve, but whatever you do, please don't hurt her.
Quiet.
I will try not to. Each plate and utensil has been polished to a spotless shine. The thin-stemmed goblet rings melodiously at the strike of a fingernail. Wow. That's Nonton! And Ingrid! What? Begging your pardon. Oh, it's you! It's good to see you well. We had a few rough days here, but then we found this place and they were kind enough to hire us both. Bro, things have been wonderful. I can't tell you how much we appreciate what you've done. It's hard to work, but good wages. Can't complain.
Flame revealed.
Dude, this is hilarious. It's pretty darn awesome.
Hail, traveler.
Abelhart Scarian. The man is dressed in neat but functional clothes. His sun-wrinkled skin and limber musculature reflect a life spent in the wilderness. Well met. What brings you to the Charred Barrel? Is this your place? It's my retirement. He thumbs the bar. Used to be a warehouse back when Brackenbury saw more ship traffic, but it fell out of use when the area became mostly residential. I inherited it from some great uncle who would never have any luck pounding it off on my cousins. Now it's the most popular spot in Brackenbury. The nobles come to unwind and kith from other districts come to mingle. He leans closer. We got a few rough types, but they behave in here. Besides, their coin is as good as anyone else's. Who are you? I was a cartographer for the Duke for decades. He rubs his neatly stubbled cheek, crossed the White March half a dozen times, and mapped most of the ruins of Thane Bog. He grins, flashing a gold tooth. A good career, but one suited to younger men. When I came back to Defiance Bay for good, Cliver and a few other friends in the Knights helped me get the rights to refurbish this place. There's strong ale, quality entertainment, and a fresh sea breeze. He raises the mug. What more could a man want? Show me your menu. Okay. No, that's fine. Ring of Unshackling. Suppress Affliction. I mean, sure, whatever. Bloop.
On the hunt.
Oh. Look at that now. They have a basement. The oven smells of roast game, hand, and bacon bread. Oh, I'm super happy we spared them. Yeah, I wasn't about to just kill them. Oh, Chancellor Warren. That's the guy we wanted to see. I'll take that cheese. Thank you very much. Understudy. The script and props belong to a production of The Most Unfortunate Tale of Fabia and Bernat. And though it may splinter my soul, I will... And then we don't see. Will not... Damn, what's the line? I'm not going to talk to him yet. I want to keep exploring first. But then we'll talk to him. Sure. Nobles. Look at that sound, man. Oh, pirates! Merwith! Merwith watches you through coal-rimmed eyes. She puts her hand on the hilt of her blade, jangling the jewels that hang from her wrists. We don't know each other, stranger. Best we keep it that way. What brings you to the charred barrel? Merwith raises an eyebrow. What's it look like? Good wine and a little peace and quiet. She flips a copper coin with her thumb, and Skirion doesn't ask too many questions. You don't seem like a Breckenbury local. I'm a sailor. She gives you a half smile. And a liberator of certain goods. Merwith casually fingers a large hearing. And the nice thing about the snubs here is that they're usually too polite to ask more. Wow. Someone in the old lighthouse in Undra's Gift was looking for your ship. No one goes near that old place. She leans in, her voice a low hiss. If this is your idea of a setup, think again. Is the infamous Merwith too scared to see for herself? Enough! Merwith drops her wine and draws her blade. Skirion will have to forgive me for the mess. Whoa! 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 What? Whoa! Hold the phone, lady! Jesus Christ! Hold on, hold on. Good Lord. Let's see what the other option is.
Sure.
If I can get her to, like, peacefully go. If not, I'll just kill her, it's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Then I click on this. Then I say, the last lighthouse keeper watch for your ship every day. It's on in the logs. No. Her snarl flashes a gold tooth. She turned me out. We were poorer than the fishermen who lived there now. And when she learned I'd put food on our table with stolen coin, she told me that if she never saw me again, it'd be the mercy of the gods. Her darkened eyes are filled with rage. I had nowhere else to go, and it was a rough life until I rose to captain. She ignored the Aether in advance to stay behind. I think she was waiting for you. She turns her eyes away. She was always so stubborn. I forget sometimes where I got it. She gulps down the rest of her wine. I'll go. Perhaps it will give both of us some peace. Return to Niaba the lighthouse. Great. Survival. You're up to 9. Yeah, you need to go up to 13 as well. And a bunch of other spell. Boiling spray. Burn damage and push. So like a geyser. Calling the world's maw. Pierce damage. And if successful, prone. Conjure blight. Yes. Ah, that's great. Loving that. Fantastic. Hailstorm, crush damage, and 25% damage as freeze. Moonwell, friendly AoE, endurance over 25 seconds plus 10 to all defenses. Awesome. Overwhelming wave, crush damage and stunned. Wicked Briars, pierce damage, and if successful, obble. Nah. Form of the Delimgen, friendly AoE, plus 8 damage resistance to pierce, corrode, crush, shock, and slash. 1 move speed, 25 defense when disengaging, and immunity stuck. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. I'm liking this. Hey, we lost a little bit to bandits, but we earned a whole bunch. Cool. I can live with that. It's fine.
Quiet.
True story from the Living Lands. An Ixamidal water jug fashioned from white clay. Okay. Sure, bro. Sure. This map charts routes through the White March. Man, before they released the expansion, there was a lot of mentions to the White March. It's pretty intense. Mort du Geste. Interesting. This map of the Deerwood and Air Glenfat appear to predate the discovery of some of the ruins in the east. It's signed by the cartographer A. Scarian. That's the guy from downstairs. This ashtray is painted with colorful waves and whirls in the style of Rautai.
Consider it done. Give me a real challenge.
Save. What happens if I steal? This happens. Am I fighting the entire hotel or just these two guys? Because if it's just these two guys, I can do it. I love that this guy just doesn't give a shit. This one guy is just like, I don't want anything to do with that. Man, these guys are like very easy to kill. Like very easy to kill. Are they mad too? Yes, they are. We'll just see, because like if they all attack me downstairs, it's no good. I don't want to fight the entire inn, you know? I'm scared. Nope.
They'll never know I'm here.
No one gives a shit down here. We're good. Green Pumpkin, thank you so much for that host. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very, very much for that. Alright, let's loot them then. That's fine. That is very, very fine. Very fine indeed. Okay. Wait, nope. Downstairs. Because they have a downstairs. And I be curious. I be curious. Uh-oh. Bandits? The proprietor has collected a respectable variety of bottles from around the world, from tart Adir reds to sweet summer wines of Rautai. I can loot that one though. Because apparently that one is stealing, but not the other one. Go figure. Pale yellow and deep amber whiskies from the Deerwood and the Living Lands rest side by side. Oh god, please give that to me. Whiskey, dude. Any day. Flasks of the infamous Soul Burn of the Deadfire Archipelago are nestled next to crystal clear Nasitaki and Glenfallen Spirit. Just having a little chat with my associates. Right. Okay, save. What happens if I steal this? Shit. That's what happens. Oops. Oh well.
Does the flame reveal?
Oh well.
Hey there.
Laying low.
I guess I'll live. I just murdered so many people in his inn. Like, I'm surprised he still likes me. Also, one of my... Hold on. One of my lights was off. Okay, let's talk to Chancellor Warren. Lady Sheena, what brings you to Brackenbury? You sent a missive. No, I didn't. I received a missive from you. The Chancellor sets down his mug of ale and looks at you quizzically. As far as I know, nothing has changed regarding your rightful possession of Caed Nua. You realize that the charred barrel has gone quiet and turn to see the last of the patrons quickly disappearing through the front door. A moment later, a group of armed men and women stride into the tavern. Shit's going down! Oh dear! The Chancellor quickly ducks behind the table. The woman leading the armed group lowers her cowl with one hand while keeping the other on a pistol tucked into her belt. You immediately recognize Gatbin's captain. Now that the sheep have been herded from their pen, you and I can conduct our business, unfortunate as it may be. I remember you. You were with the Lord Gatbin at the palace. And I you, she grins. I'll admit, you seem quite interesting. Alas, duty calls. What do you want? Oh, I think you know. Lord Gatbin has ordered your death. She forces a frown. A shame, really. I admire your exploits, even if only half of them are true. Sadly, I have my orders. Gatbin will lose. You should work for me. The man is swine, albeit noble, wealthy swine. Her lip curls in feigned disgust. Were I to do it again, I doubt I'd have taken in with him. But what's done is done, and Lord Gatbin is as ruthless as he is arrogant. He'll go to great lengths to avenge a betrayal. What could you offer to make me consider such a risk? I'm not gonna pay her. A better life, working for an honorable lady. I've heard such stories about you. They can't all be true, can they? She's silent a moment. Tales of your charity, your kindness, but I also see strength in you. But is that enough to best Lord Gatbin, that Gamble is too rich for my blood? Still, I think I can tell Gatbin that you didn't take the bait and never showed up here. No need for anyone to die today, eh? She looks to her troops and they nod in agreement. Oh! Know this, the day will soon come when you must face Gatbin. I've lived this long by knowing which side to be on. Prove yourself in the battlefield and who knows, until we meet again. Well, that went well. Well, that was unexpected. Warren emerges from beneath his table and smooths the rumpled sleeve of his robe. It doesn't make the strange reports I've received from the grasp make more sense in context, however. What haven't you told me? Earl Badimar decided to keep an eye on Lord Gatbin's activities. Gatbin has been hiring a lot of men recently, but for what purpose, we can't say. I'd advise you to take extra precaution at Caed Nua. He may be attempting to place spies or saboteurs within your walls. Be wary, I don't think you've seen Lord Gatbin's endgame yet. He swallows the rest of his ale and gives you a curt nod before heading for the door. Return to Caed Nua. Uh-oh.
Yeah?
Like I was honestly expecting that if I answered the first thing, she would just attack me because she would think it would be ridiculous.
What do you think?
Great, wonderful. What? Sorry, I lost track of things when you got to the part about when you mentioned the thing.
Would you prefer it if Nirawa were facing a Stelgar while undressed?
How about half dressed? Mail on top, nothing on bottom. Tell the story like that next time.
What? Oh god. Man, they're so thirsty. Let's go. Caed Nua. Better not be on fire, dude, because I'm gonna be pissed.
Better indeed.
Speak to the mob in front of your great hall at Caed Nua. Uh-oh. There's a mob now? Well, shit. Why would there be a mob? Like, what's going on right now? I wouldn't pay, so they set my crops on fire. When my boy tried to stop him, they knocked him over the head. He's alive, but he can't think straight no more. Your boy got lucky. My guards, good men both, got put to the sword after they'd surrendered. I paid those thugs what they wanted, but they still took everything I had. There she is. A woman points at you and all eyes in the crowd turns their hostile gazes upon you. What's going on here? We want justice. You've been terrorizing us and we won't stand for it any longer. Say what? Go on. You sent your men to my farm to collect a crop tax, saying we was overdue. For me, it was a road toll. I've been traveling up and down this way for years, and this was the first I've heard of such a thing. Other people in the crowd chime in with similar stories. What makes you think I sent these men? They said they were acting on orders from the Lady of Caed Nua, that's you. Those weren't my men. Then who were they? They were no common bandits. If this happened again, it's not on my orders. You heard it directly from me. Say we believe you. What about what we've lost? What about my crops? And my goods and the families of my guards? I'd like to answer this, but also give them money. Share this amongst yourselves. Most generous of you, my lady. The villagers nod and smile at you, uttering thanks as they distribute the coins between them. Marshal Forward. Shred Pirate Roberts! Welcome, welcome to the Shadow Beast. Thank you very much for the support, dude. You're awesome. And, man, have you ever played this game before? And if you did you enjoy it? Because I'm very, very curious to know about what you guys have been thinking about this game. If you're looking forward to the sequel, if you did play the game, what classes did you play? All that good stuff. Let me know. What brings you to... Wait, an angry mob, the inevitable thorn in every ruler's side, eh? They're good people. Can't blame them for reacting that way. Your subjects are fortunate to have a leader that understands the compassionate side of nobility, but for now they will have to wait. I have news about Lord Gatbin. Let's discuss it in the great hall away from curious ears. Sure. Let's do that. You love this game? Reminds me of Baldur's Gate. Oh, dude. Yes. Freaking Baldur's Gate. I played that game when I was very young, and it stayed with me. All that time. The first and the sequel. A wreath of ashes added. 15% experience, remembrance, ashes, copper and treasure, minor item. Let's go. A paladin, and now you're playing a monk. Oh, and then a monk. Awesome. This is my first playthrough. I never played this game before. I think this is the... I did play this game before, but I think this is the farthest I've been in the game. So, I've never been that far ahead. So, everything that I'm doing is brand new to me. Also, I don't usually play characters like a Cypher. What I did for this playthrough is I asked my viewers what kind of character I should make, and then I made them vote, and basically what I did is I removed every class that I'm comfortable playing, and I only left the other ones, and that's what people voted for. They voted for Cypher. So yeah. I also play my games always on hard, or the hardest difficulty level. The only reason why I didn't do Path of the Damned is because I need this to go forward. Oh no. How much? Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah. What was I saying? I was talking about the game. Oh yeah, the reason why I'm playing on the hard is because I needed this. I need to play this game first before moving on to the sequel, and I want to be able to go through that game as fast as I possibly can while still having somewhat of a challenge. But yeah, normally I go for like full-on hardest mode possible, blind every game that I play all the time. Chanter and Barbarian. Oh, that would be interesting. I want to see as many classes that I didn't use in Pillars 1. Barbarian, Druid, Paladin, Chanter, Ranger, probably, or something similar. Awesome. Cool. For our playthrough, we'll keep the same character. We'll import our character into the sequel. So we'll continue our Cypher. I know that in the sequel you can multi-class. I just don't think that's something we will play with our main character. We might stick with Chanter. I'll see. Not Chanter, Cypher. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I like the idea of multi-classing, but at the same time, I fear that it's moving the game away from what made Pillars or Baldur's Gate and all those games, and it's bringing it closer to Tyranny, where there's no class anymore. Because as soon as you start having characters that are dual class and they can do like a variety of things, they sort of lose their identity as a class and becomes more like, instead of this character being this class, it's just this character having these abilities. And that was how Tyranny was made, and I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. It was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of weird. I wasn't a huge fan of it. Okay, Marshall, let's go. Lady Me. I received word that Lord Gadbin is amassing an army of mercenaries near Yenwood Field. It appears a peaceful claim to Caed Nua is no longer possible. The Earl has sent me to aid you in forming your own force to counter this threat. But I'm here in an advisory role only, of course. The Earl won't officially take sides in this dispute. Let's talk about my army. Cypher is fun, and I agree most of the time multiclassing doesn't add what someone thinks, and like, yeah, I know, yeah. We'll see how it turns out to be. Like, I'm not throwing the idea under the bus, before even seeing it. I'm just saying I'm afraid that it's going to turn into Tyranny, and while I like what Tyranny was, I like that it was its own thing. And I like that Pillars was its other thing, and those were different. I'd hate for them to just like all congeal into like just one sort of game mechanic thing, and then there's no difference outside of the story. So like they're even moving closer to what Tyranny was by having your party smaller. Like the party in Tyranny was 4. Party in Pillars 1 was 6, so the Pillars 2 is going to be 5, and there's even less characters you can have. Like you can only have 7 characters I think total. There's like, including you, I think. So that makes it so like there's less people you meet around